Hello everybody, just thought I'd give you a heads up on this channel and what you're about to see in the upcoming weeks or months. And just wanted to let you know that I haven't really lost my mind, that I'm not really as crazy as it's going to appear on the videos. Traffic here, but I've been doing some analysis of the channel and earnings and whatnot, and you know, with the situation that has developed, as well as some advice from viewers who were actually able to sit back a little bit and analyze what's happening with the channel and me and my financial situation. And I'm going to follow some advice from Leonard, Charles, and others who believe that this channel can actually become a potentially viable source of income for me, despite, you know, its struggle right now. And the reason it's struggling right now, and I already knew the answer, it's an answer that I had answered or brought about, mentioned months ago when I first began my journey living in the van. And that is that a channel of this subject matter, geared specifically for van dwellers, is not really ever going to grow very big. And the reason for that is the people who actually do van dwelling is a very small minority as far as the number of people in the population. We probably make up less than 2 to 5% of the general population, and with such a small number, that means my potential audience base is already very limited. Now, this channel has grown beyond my expectations. We're currently at about 3,200 people, which to me is pretty decent size for a channel of this type, although there are several other channels, van dweller channels, that are a lot more successful than this, probably because, you know, their video quality is better and the life they present is a bit more glamorous than this one, which is essentially been survival, all about survival. It wasn't intended to be that way. This channel was not intended to be like that. It was intended to be just a quick channel showing people how to convert a van into emergency living shelter if they were facing a crisis situation. It wasn't intended to be a vlog, almost a daily video log of my own situation and struggles to stay alive. But that's what this channel has become. As a result, you've seen all these videos that pretty much deal with my day-to-day survival and situations that developed and what's going on in my life. However, if you look at the view counts, you're going to notice that the view counts are actually quite low. You know, for a good video on this channel, I might hit 600 to 2,000 viewers. 600 to 2,000 views, which is very good for a van video. The problem is that doesn't earn anything. I think I might earn a whopping 50 cents to $1 or something like that for that video if I get 2,000 views. My current numbers on earnings is roughly 0.0037, between 0.0027 to 0.0037 cents per view is roughly how much I earn, which, if you do the math on a video that only gets 2,000 to 5,000 views, that is nothing. So anyone who plans on doing a van dweller video channel and wants to make money, you know, enough to make living on it, if your videos are only getting like 2,000 views or less, you're not gonna be able to do vanning videos to make a living on it. It's just simple math. Yet you've seen me continue to produce these videos, not so much because I thought I could make a living on them, but just to let you guys know what's going on in my life and the situation. I've been testing some ideas as well, and what I've come to the conclusion of is this: that in order to actually try to survive as a YouTuber, a YouTube channel that generates its own income, I'm going to have to gear content that is applicable to the general population. Now, I had started to try to do the Way Too Cool channel, but with losing the apartment, I kind of had to put that on hold. The reason is that the way it's set up and stuff, I kind of need a little quiet space. I may try to do it from the yard or some other location later, but that is something that is in the future. Right now we're kind of in survival mode, and that means just trying to make it long enough to... I'm trying to park here. I'm assuming kind of. But anyhow, I'm in survival mode, which means just trying to make it long enough to be able to plan. Now, I was almost in panic mode. I'm pretty much kind of in panic mode recently due to really rapidly developing situations. And some viewers were wondering why, you know, things were changing, the story kept changing, what was happening. It's because it was just happening, and I'm reporting it as it's happening. It's not like the content that you're seeing, and even this video is actually scripted or planned out beforehand. Although this one is kind of planned, because I need to let you know I'm about to do some crazy stuff. It's not crazy because I've gone crazy, and the title of this video is in itself going to be kind of clickbait to get people to click on it. But I also wanted to clarify to my audience, which are mostly van dwellers right now, and some people just watching because they feel the channel is entertaining or has information that might be useful. But I'm going to have to produce video that's going to be of more general interest, so that it can get more views. I need to be producing videos that get hundreds of thousands of views, because videos that make those kind of views actually earn enough money to make a living. And it's hard when you're starting a YouTube channel, because the way things work, you get promoted more when your channel's popular, and it like feeds in on itself. If you're a new YouTuber, it's hard to break through that initial situation, because nobody knows about you, so nobody's watching your channel. And so it kind of like defeating, because you can't get known until you're known. Now, this channel is on the verge of, I think, of being known and recognized, even though the Van Dweller videos I don't think will ever really take off. People want to see, for van dwelling, a glamorous life. They want to see the freedom and all those things that I discussed earlier, and they are true. You know, living in a van, I think, is actually not insane, not crazy. I think everyone who has any reasoning ability can see that being able to live with freedom and not constantly working to live is the way to go. And having lived in a van, you know, even previous to all this situation that's put me into this crisis situation, I would do it again. And if my situation were to stabilize, I would still do it. Let me have to shut this light. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, it's the light coming through the side here. It's a little annoying, but maybe I'll move over a little bit. There we go. Anyhow, I've looked at the math of my own channel and looked at the kind of videos that were actually generating views, and I have several that are actually doing pretty good. For those of you who think I should give up YouTubing and stuff, I think you're saying it because you don't understand the mathematics behind what's actually happening. I have several videos that actually didn't have to do with vanning, but they were more general interest videos, like how to clean headlights with toothpaste. That video, believe it or not, is my top performing video, and it doesn't have to do with van dwelling. It has to do with cleaning your foggy headlights using Dollar Tree toothpaste. It's like $1 or $2, and you can have shiny new looking headlights. And it does work, believe it or not. Well, I'm going to give you some background information. That video only cost me about $1, maybe $2. Oh, $1 because I had a sponge from my girlfriend at the time. I used one of her kitchen sponges, and I used a Dollar Tree toothpaste and showed people how they could clean their headlights. It's my most popular video, and believe it or not, it generates between $65 to $120 each month. Yeah, one video is generating roughly $90 to $100 or so. I'd say $90 a month in views. Is that crazy? It cost me $1 to make that video, and I filmed it, you know, maybe a total of 20-30 minutes total with the work, and I make about $90 a month, maybe $100 or more. Roughly, since I've made that video, it has generated over $1,200. An investment of $1 in less than an hour, and I've made $1,200 off a YouTube video. Sounds great, right? The problem is all my other videos, all the van dweller videos, from the construction series to the yurt, the survival, and everything else, over its lifetime so far has only generated a little over $2,000. Do you see the problem here? All this time and energy that I've been putting into doing the vanning videos aren't generating any income. Well, they are. They're generating, you know, over a year's worth in approximately, 600 something videos later, I've made a whopping $2,000 or $3,000, which isn't enough to live off. It's not enough to, when you consider the amount of work that went into it, it's not enough to survive. It's not enough to make it a viable source of income. So you might ask why I continue to do these videos. Depends on the sequence that I upload these videos, but you're going to see that it was never really meant to be making money. This channel was meant to help people who were in a crisis emergency situation, and I ended up having to live it and experience it firsthand and broadcast it as it was happening. Had all sorts of people accuse me of being a deadbeat dad, being an e-scammer, e-beggar, or whatever. And it hurts because, you know, I don't think I'm any of those things. And I appreciate those of you who stepped up to send me words of encouragement or even try to defend me on my own channel. But let's go back to Denoy being crazy or insane. Those of you who have been following along from the very beginning and have watched from the original build series, which just show how to build this out, you know, build this 2003 Dodge Grand Caravan, converted in 3 days for under $300 into the camper, the stuffed camper that you see today. Know that initially I didn't intend for this channel to become a vlog. And then with the situation that developed with me losing my postal carrier job as a city carrier assistant and breaking up with my girlfriend, it became the start of this crisis situation that we're currently in right now. Well, I've actually been reading the comments and whatnot, and am right now at the library trying to deal with the legal situation, to put out that fire and to look for paid employment. But in the meantime, I've also been looking at Leonard's encouragement and postings, as well as Charles and several others who are not in a crisis situation and able to actually look at this channel and the quality or lack of quality in the content of the video, and are trying to point me towards saving myself, which is what's going to have to happen. I appreciate the kindness that viewers have shown me, especially over this weekend, this past 4th of July weekend. Several viewers stepped up and actually saw that I was literally dying, sinking, and I could be dead right now if it wasn't for a donation that occurred just last night for enough funds that I could actually buy a fan to replace the one that died in the middle of the night, which could be a death sentence for a van dweller who didn't have any income at all, to buy a replacement fan. It's a $12 fan that can save your life. Anyhow, to get the viewership up on this channel, but not just this channel, on specific videos, I'm going to be doing some more general purpose, general interest videos. And most of those videos actually aren't even much. They're just silly. They either have clickbait titles, or the clickbait subjects. They're kind of boring or weird or just crazy or wacky. And the reason people click on them is they're curious. They want to see, what the crazy stuff is that's going on in that video. And there might not even be any. Hey, there's like some freaky squirrels there. Let me show you the squirrels. Maybe I should call them. I have a thing for squirrels, right? Yeah, there's some squirrels over here at the library. But anyhow, I don't know if you were even able to see that or not, but I'm going to be doing some crazy stuff, and I wanted you guys to know that I'm not really crazy. The content is being done in will seem crazy, and will make it look like Denoy lost his mind living in a van. That living in a van or out in the yurt has made me crazy, and that's the only reason that I would do something like that. But I don't think it's crazy to spend 30 minutes on a project and earn, anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 or more. I think that's actually pretty brilliant. And those YouTubers and those channels that are able to do that, kudos to them. But you guys that are along with me right now on this ride, on this journey, as we try to rebuild my life and gain some stability and set things right, are going to watch a transformation that will hopefully occur. I am so grateful to the people who haven't been judging me, but have been trying to actually help, looking at the situation that is currently going on and the limited resources that I have available at my disposal, and have suggested that I continue to work on this channel because everything that's happened, I think this is my ticket out. It's going to be the only way I can really truly rescue myself and secure my future, as well as those of my new family and my children. So expect to see some crazy stuff coming up. Know that those episodes are kind of staged. I will continue to produce the daily vlogs because I feel you all are my friends, and I can feel your prayers and your positive energy and you rooting for me. And some of you have actually stepped up and shown your kindness, which to me means more than you may realize. A lot of people have let me know that this channel gives them hope, and I think that's one of the reasons I keep it going and will continue to keep it going. It's to show people that despite really incredible odds and craziness and stuff, you can make it, and that sharing your story may help. Others can relate to it, or others who are in a better position may actually help you. So the world isn't all evil and bad and full of people who think of nothing but themselves. There are kind people out there that will help. I don't know if they're just naturally kind or if they've experienced something similar themselves, or they're just compassionate and kind to a fellow human. But I do know that I intend to keep this channel going, as well as the vanning content, even though it doesn't make much money at all, and the yurt and all this crazy stuff that I'm doing, just because some people find them entertaining, and also they are real life survival. You're watching real life survival as it's happening, but at the same time I also do need to make income and make YouTube a genuine source of income for me, and that means gearing videos towards a more general audience. So expect to see every once in a while, maybe more so in the next couple weeks or months, video that's designed specifically to get people to come watch, not necessarily to subscribe to this channel, because the content of the van dweller lifestyle, the van living lifestyle, the survivalist lifestyle is actually very limited. At least, for me, it's been very limited, my own experiences. But stuff like cleaning headlights, or I was going to tell you guys what I've got planned and have filmed already, some of the episodes of craziness, but those aren't done because I'm crazy. Even though someone watching it doesn't know the backstory, might think that I am a crazy person. But I don't think it's crazy if you make $2,000 to $10,000 for an hour's worth of effort and minimal cost. So be warned, Denoy hasn't really lost his mind. Matter of fact, I think he's found it. So I think the most important thing to get someone through anything is to have a sense of purpose. And I think my purpose right now is to educate people, because I was a teacher and I still am. And to teach people that despite the odds, despite craziness, despite the situation, you must continue to press forward, pray and hope for the best, and stay encouraged and not give up. And you know, I always say we on this channel because those of you who know, it's not just me out here. I feel that most of my audience, a lot of my audience as a matter of fact, is out here with me, rooting for me, trying to offer suggestions, trying to help, send links, send ideas. Some of you have even sent items. A lot of people have asked about mailing addresses and stuff. I don't really have one. I can get an address for my friends or something, and they can send things there, which I might give to some people. But truly, I'm on the road, and the situation is very fluid. I may not even be here that much longer in Florida. I may end up having to take a job in another state, which would suck. I would be far away from my children. And that was the whole reason for me staying here these past 7+ years, going on 8 years here, 7.5 years now here. Trying to stay in Brevard County or around Brevard County and nearby so I can visit and see my children as much as possible and keep an eye on them to make sure that they're safe. But the courts may end up ordering me to pretty much take any job, which might mean leaving the state. And I really don't want to do that, but I may be forced to do that. Unless I can get my YouTube channel up. So you're going to see me working really hard on that. Just know that Denoy isn't really crazy, and I don't think van dwellers are crazy. I think van dwellers are actually pretty smart people. You know, you're having to use your own skills to survive and do what you need to survive. And some of you are actually thriving and doing very well. And some, like me, may find this an emergency situation. I just want to show you that with any luck here, with my own story, you can persevere and get yourself out. So when that happens, if that happens, the Living in a Van channel or series will end. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but I do have a gut feeling that it may be happening very soon. I think my intuition tells me, with all the sadness and crazy stuff that has happened and the severity of the crisis situation that I find myself in, that we are at the climax of what was supposed to happen with this channel, and that the end is very near. My hope and prayers, and I hope yours as well, is that the series can actually end on a good note, with me having recovered my life and able to do everything I can to help my children and to stabilize my own situation with my wife and new daughter, stepdaughter. But my 2 children from my previous marriage, I will be able to actually help them if this channel manages to do what I need it to do in the next couple months. So stay tuned. Until next time, everybody, I thank you for joining me. I thank you for your encouragement, your support, and for those of you who actually saw and prevented a crisis from getting worse. You literally, and I mean it, saved my life. Thank you.